Moss Beach. It's so hot outside, Moss Beach.
Yeah, with no condom, had to make her eat a plant. And I'm sipping on that codeine, got brain. Go ahead, little mama, I could transform, yeah. No, I can't dance, but I could dance on, yeah. Just on the beat, Christian, you see,
that's why I have to run to my seat. Hello and happy Saturday to you, ladies.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, my friends.
Yeah. And there is there's a lot of foolishness on the internet this week, and I almost feel like we should do a disclaimer. I'm starting to think I should just do disclaimers before like all of our shows, because some of the things that we have to discuss, we wish we didn't, but oh well. Anywho, there is a lot to cover, so we're going to go straight into our, what is the word? I done lost the word. It's Saturday. Introductions by alphabetical order. There we go.
Hey, everyone. My name is Garcia. Welcome to Not Your Typical Girl Talk. Thank you to Radio Regent, syndicated through iHeartRadio, for giving us this platform where we get to discuss the foolishness that is happening on these deep, dark internets. Tell me, what's going on?
Girl, deep and dark is exactly what it is. It's deep and it's dark and it's ugly. Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Telly. I'm not going to even get... Girl, Sheba, go ahead, girl. I don't want to get...
That's how much we got to talk about. That's how much we got to talk about. So I am Toshiba. They call me Sheba. I'm the final female member. And I'm going to go to my partner in crime for him to introduce himself.
It's your boy, Robbie, 3 times. And unfortunately, I am not going to be able to rep America too hard today. It's just looking crazy out here.
Because it's now 1942 in the United States of America.
Apparently. They rolled back the clocks. Are they going to introduce Jim Crow's law next? Like, are we going back that far?
Be prepared for me to be saying that we are moving as a family to Toronto.
I hope they don't decide the 13th Amendment was unconstitutional.
And with that, we're going to bring a little bit of light and joy into your day.
Girl.
So, listen.
Oh, my God. Oh, states should decide whether slavery is legal or illegal. We should leave that to the states.
You should leave that to the states.
Yeah, that's what the abortion issue is.
You think the southern states won't think it's a great idea?
Exactly. That's the whole point. That was the whole point of the Civil War, was that the states shouldn't be able to decide certain stuff, that we should be united as a nation. But anyways.
We're moving on to more lighter topics. Thank you, Robert. Okay, so certain people who should not be deciding things. Listen, ladies, and I feel like we do this every week, or at least I do this every week. Ladies, when you decide to procreate with men and you make those choices, and if the relationship doesn't work out, you have to understand that the man moves on with his life. And please don't do what this other lady has done. And the lady I'm talking about, very loosely using the word lady, is Erica Mena. So Erica Mena felt it was necessary for all of the internet streets to know what was going on between her and her ex-husband, Safari. So apparently the background is Safari needed to change his custody arrangement with her. And so I'm going to read this email and the dates. So this is from Safari to Erica, re-vacation dates, okay? This email was sent on June the 13th, 2022 at 11:43 p.m. For those on the radio, if you do not know, Safari is an internet personality. He's a musician. He is a reality TV star. So he's busy in these streets. He's also the longtime ex-boyfriend of Nicki Minaj and is responsible for who Nicki Minaj is today. So he's been doing a lot of things. He ain't no like whatless youth. So June 13, 2022, 11:43 p.m. I have a flyer of town next week, Monday 20th, Wednesday. So let me know if we can switch the days or not. I read you the first date, which means that he gave her a week's notice I'm assuming based on the time, it's very likely he just got the information that he needed to do that, right? Like his manager, whomever was like, yo, Safari. And so one of the things he did was reach out to his ex-wife to talk about custody arrangements. How would you ladies, if you were in that situation, respond? And then I'll tell the people how Erica responded.
Just nice, write an email back saying, okay, well, let's get our calendars in order and I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make a big deal about it because he's giving me time to rearrange things. If I myself need to get a sitter to help me out or whatever, I can do that. I don't see a big deal in this.
Yeah. I actually, very funny enough, this week, I have a friend who she is, divorced, and her ex-husband actually called her while I was in her presence. So I got to hear firsthand how it goes. And the thing is, he only gave his ex-wife 2 days notice that there's going to be a change. And I wanted to listen in because I knew that we were going to talk about this. And she was like, okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chat with my sister and see if she can help me with 1 day, because I already had a plan for that, the Thursday. So I'll have my sister will come by and take care of her child on the Thursday. Is that cool? Yeah, that's fine. And the phone call was literally over in like less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, long story short, he gave her more.
You both have a child. You gotta you gotta make it work. And people need to work.
Otherwise, how are you gonna feed them kids?
Right. You want child custody. Okay, so let him work.
Okay.
He gave her enough time to do what needed to be done.
That sounds reasonable. So let's hear how Erica Mena responded. So not only did she now this is not the email she sent back. What she did was took a screenshot of that email, put it on Beyonce and Blue Ivy's internet, and then put this in there. She said, like every week, a new excuse and a no-show for parenting time. But a narcissist is extremely good at playing on both sides, so everything works to their benefit. I wish I would keep my kids from their father. I need a break more than anybody. He will never claim a prostitute publicly, let alone bring them around my kids. I've already come to terms that entertaining a prostitute will always come before my kids. Thank God we always good on this side. In fact, even better now. So, a man asked a week in advance to change his custody arrangement with his ex-wife because it's clear he has to fly out of town, whether work purposes, whatever. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, it's for work purposes. What does his relationship with a woman who you refer to as a prostitute have anything to do with that particular situation? Robert?
Like, look, that's so clearly her. First off, I just hate when women talk that we stuff in regards to the kids. No, there is Erica and then there's the children. It's not a package deal. It's not in order to deal with my kids, I gotta deal with you type of situation. Like, I'm pretty sure Safari wants as little to do with Erica as possible at this point in time, because she does stuff like that to him all the time. She's constantly on the flip of that. And again, I'll save it for my segment, but it seems like she's more interested in making him look bad, therefore making the decision to leave him good, than she is about her kids. Because how does constantly trying to drag your baby daddy publicly, how's that good for the children?
Exactly. Like she wants to ruin this man, and that's the sad part. Like the man gave her a week in advance. Why in God's name did she decide to bring this to the public?
And I do want to
No
say,
one asked her.
Right. And I want to say, I don't care, sis. You slept with him. You made these children. Your children have his persona, his character. You love your children, I hope. So if you love your children, why are you out here stamping this sort of thing on the internet? We all know, sis, you could have deleted it. It was up long enough to get a screenshot. Yeah. And this screenshot will live forever. When these kids are 20, 25 years old, they'll be like, yeah, when I was 3 or 4 years old, my mom totally made my father look like he wasn't a good dad. which is the most insulting thing I think you can do to a father.
Everything with her, she's always angry. She
Always
like she uses
angry.
every opportunity to just showcase how angry she is
Yeah.
and how the world has done her wrong. It's like, child, just take care
Perfect
of your kids.
example of ugly pretty.
Yeah, gorgeous woman, but man, she's got an ugly personality. Okay, Erica. Okay.
As I have my hand up.
Yes, girl.
In some circles, is Erica not also considered a prostitute?
Well, yes. Yes. In some circles, she's considered one.
Yeah, and then the disrespecting of
Very
other women.
disrespectful.
Look, you divorced this man. He is free to go do whatever he wants.
Whatever he wants. If he wants to sleep with 60 women at the same time, that's his business.
That's his business because you
Why is
divorced
dragging
him.
other women into something that didn't need to be dragged into? What is all of this? Come on,
Because
Erica.
the man asked to switch a week. And granted, he may ask to switch a week all the time, but you got with a man who is a well-known entertainer. And Safari is loved in his island of Jamaica, so people want him to be booked and busy. And in order to take care of the kids, and I'm sure the demands and the requests and whatever she got in the divorce, that man has to pay. So if he has to pay and he has to work, it's unfortunate you got with an entertainer. It's unfortunate that sometimes that's going to take precedent. And guess what? Since you don't want the children with the prostitute, he can't even take the kids and bring it with the new woman, and so they can see their daddy perform, because you're going to now complain that he took your kids on his weekend and their kids were around the prostitute.
Okay.
So Safari can't win.
No.
And Safari clearly is not a perfect man. I'm not trying to pretend that he is, but when it comes to this,
Nobody
it has nothing
is.
to do with his character as a man. It has to do with his rights as a father. They're
That
two
part.
different things.
That part.
He's trying to be a good dad by making sure he's being responsible with setting up and rearranging in a way that allows him to see his kids. There are, I'm sure, dozens of women out there that would say, I wish that my ex would have, called and tried to make it work rather than just not showing up or, leaving the kids deserted at the train station or something messed up like that. Like, here's a guy that's actually trying, and I just think she needs to take it easy because she is not,
She's not
I'm
perfect
sorry.
either. You all saw her psychoticness on the Love and Hip Hop franchise. Like, Erica, calm down.
And dancing at her divorce party.
Dancing at the divorce party? Throwing herself her own divorce party. Like, why is she trying to paint him as this, like, neglectful, horrible father? He's always doing this. Like, girl, stop it. Just stop it. She's reaching. Man, she's reaching.
It makes no sense. But here's the thing. I want to ask ladies about it. Okay, so, because she divorced him, she left him.
Right.
You should ask yourself, if he moves on quicker than I do, and he seems happy quicker than I do, am I mad about that? Then ask yourself, why am I going to be mad? And maybe you shouldn't leave him. Because the whole reason she left him was because he had other women. So now he gets to have other women and not deal with Erica no more. I'm pretty sure Safari is not crying himself to sleep at night.
But here's the thing.
But
I
Erica
don't
is.
think so either.
Here's the thing. He had these, because I'm a love it hip hop and reality show. I love a good reality show TV. Here's the thing. He had these quote unquote other women after she said that she wanted the divorce. All these other women she claims to have, and no woman ever really publicly came out and said, I was in a relationship with your husband while you were married. So therefore, like you said, when a woman says we're taking a break or we're breaking up, a man says, okay, and moves on.
We're done. That's it.
They don't do breaks, they do breakups. So sis, move on, whatever. Girl,
ain't that easy to move on.
We wish her, because no man wants this. That's the problem, ladies. When you go on Beyonce and Blue Ivy's internet and you act a fool about a previous relationship, a man sees that and goes, why would I ever get into a relationship with her? Because God forbid anything happens with us, she is going to be trashing my name on Beyonce and Blue Ivy's internet. That does not bode well for a woman looking to move on.
She looks crazy in these streets.
It does not.
She looks crazy.
to be honest, like, women need to start taking a higher road.
Yeah.
You know, let's look at how, I hate to bring up the name, but Kim Kardashian has seemed to be doing a decent job of, for the most part, keeping her mouth clear of, you know, Kanye stuff. If Kanye didn't have that time when he was really angry about Pete, we wouldn't have actually known anything that was going on behind the scenes.
Agreed.
Because she wasn't out here saying, Kanye didn't come today and pick up the kids, and Kanye's a horrible person, and I hate it. She didn't do that.
No, it was all Kanye.
Right. So, girl, this is a perfect time for Erica to clean up her act, clean up her reputation, and rebrand herself.
But that's the thing too. She's done so much damage to herself and her career. What brand or manager or anyone wants to work with Erica? This girl's always angry. She's always on 100. She's always mad. I don't know what people are gonna do about Erica. This woman, she was born angry. I feel. I don't know.
That part. So we wish her nothing.
We wish her nothing.
And
Not
we move
one
on.
damn thing.
Another thing. So here is the thing. Loyalty is something that Rob and I value, and I know you ladies as well. People who are loyal and trustworthy and show up and do what they do. Well, apparently in the world of Burger King, loyalty gets a big fat dump. And here is a video of a man who experienced this. And so I'm just going to play this video.
Thank you very much. And I also got a bag of Reese's. This is very nice. Solid, thank bag. And like a lanyard. 2 pens. And a couple of keys. And 2 rocks there. So it's good to show what their appreciation for our loyalty and for all you've done for the company. This is more
So I'm just going to pause it. For those on listening on the radio, let me just read what this says. After working at Burger King for 27 years, employee was rewarded a bag of Reese's, 2 pens, and a Starbucks cup, along with the other things he described. And let's be clear, not only had he worked at Burger King for 27 years, apparently he has also never missed a shift. Which, let's think about it. It is 2022. For the last 2.5 years, we've been going through the pandemonium, also known as the pandemic, which means that during the pandemic, this man was still showing up to work to serve Burger King's. Let me not even get into it. Robert?
Anyone who's ever felt any type of like fearless loyalty towards their employer should feel this in the pit of their stomach. I feel like, unfortunately, I would have, after 27 years of service and duty, I would have got arrested on my 27th anniversary because I would have flipped out and turned that kitchen up just because don't even do nothing.
Exactly.
What's better than that offensive ass, people give away better bags on Halloween in this country, okay, to little kids for putting on costumes. This man worked 27 years at Burger King, an international company with executives who make millions of dollars and pay themselves millions in bonuses, spend millions on advertising. They should be shamed for this. And they already have the funds and all of that other stuff like the Burger King. Look, man, find you a nice little burger chain somewhere and buy burgers from them. Like, leave these multi-corporate conglomerates alone because they don't care.
It's funny you say that. I said to the ladies in the planning call, after 27 years of not missing work, especially in the pandemonium, you would think that the head office should have given him a franchise. Clearly, he knows how to run probably everything that goes on in
He
Burger King.
should be on a campaign. He should have been on Good Morning America if Burger
Yes.
King leadership was actual leadership and actual visionaries. Anyone who caught wind of this story in their executive team should have been like, get him to wherever the hell Burger King's headquarters is immediately. We are going to parade this man around America. Do you know what type of message that says for your company? It has nothing to do with Burger King. That man would have worked 27 years wherever he was working because that's the type of man he was. Burger King was lucky to have someone like that, and they gave him some damn lifesavers in Reese's. Like, just they were better off not doing nothing. Just don't even acknowledge it. Would have
It was
been
the Reese's that took me out.
then.
Literally.
How you get a Starbucks cup with no gift card?
And the small size of the Starbucks cup. That was
The Starbucks cup is what took me out.
It was a Reese's candy that took me out.
Because Starbucks has nothing to do with Burger King. And then you didn't even give him the venti cup. You gave him the stupid little
kitty cup.
kitty one. Like, I want to understand. I mean, Burger King at one point paid Paris Hilton for an entire commercial. Like Rob just said, Burger King is one of the biggest franchises in the world. They could have given this man $27,000. They could have given him $2.7 million. I say those numbers because they established the 27 years. But they could have given him a luxury vacation around the world. Like, there are so many things that they could have done. As a Black man in a country like America where a lot of Black men are looked down upon, this is the chance for Burger King to say, we've contributed to, Black success. And they...
Man,
Reese's Pieces?
This greatest affirmation that the Great Resignation was a good thing.
So let's be clear. They gave him what you would think was movie tickets. It was one movie ticket. I'm actually
even one movie ticket?
It wasn't two. It was one movie ticket. However, apparently his daughter, because I found an updated article from a day ago, his daughter started a GoFundMe, and David Spade actually donated $5,000 to the GoFundMe. I have to find the GoFundMe and see where it is, but apparently it's so far, and I'm gonna check it so far. Oh, the update now is right now the GoFundMe is at $113,825.
Yep. And
Choke on that,
Burger trying to
again.
get the bad off from this fumble. That's the hilarious thing about corporate America. They're going to spend more cleaning up this mess than they would have spent just celebrating the man.
They had one job.
Typical.
Oh my God, can I please
One
read
job.
this GoFundMe before we move on? We're donating. This has just made me listen to this. No, I don't think you know all of this. Hi, my name is Serena. The man in that video is my father. He has worked at his job for 27 years, and yes, he has never missed a day of work. He originally began working at his job as a single father when he gained custody of me and my older sister 27 years ago. Then as our family grew and he remarried, he continued to work here because of the amazing health insurance that was provided through this employer because it was unionized, which got all 4 of his daughters through high school and college with full health care coverage. My dad continues to work here because though he does look young, he's coming up on retirement age and leaving would cost him his retirement. In no way are we asking for money or is he expecting any money, but if anyone feels like blessing him, he would love to visit his grandchildren. And that has gotten to $113,825.
Yeah.
So not only is he a great employee, he's an all-around good man.
He's just a good human. Period.
No, you can tell he's a good human
He's a
because
good human.
even though we're sitting here and judging this crazy gift bag that this stupid company gave him, he's actually thankful. He's grateful, which shows his character is as sweet as candy.
And that makes it even worse
Yes.
that he's okay with this $27 gift back
He's
from
such a
Dollar
sweet
Tree. Yo, guy, Burger King is the screw up. First the same-sex bun sitting, and now this. Like, what else are they gonna do? You know, I don't even want to know.
We don't. So
I don't want to know.
listen,
Let's
we
move
wish
on.
him nothing but blessing and amazingness, and we hope he can actually, and I hope this GoFundMe shatters records. And
I hope so.
Is able to leave, and he doesn't have to worry about his retirement or his pension. He can live life with the money from this GoFundMe. And again, I am sure people are going to reach out to him.
Yes.
Situation, as bad as it seems, I think it's going to benefit him, and it only makes Burger King look bad. And just be clear, I will never be having a single thing from Burger King ever again in my life.
Well, I never liked
I
Burger
don't
King.
understand.
Thank you. They were never high on
I
the
like
list.
some. No, I never liked Burger King. But the good thing too is that he's making more money than Blac Chyna and her mom. So good on them, and that they're GoFundMe if that's me getting somewhere. Yes, Burger King man. Go ahead and show those other idiots what it's like. We have a
Listen.
real problem, and where Blac Chyna is still there in her damn house.
And also, while we're shouting out, a shout out to Megabus, because when I was a teenager and going to New York
shout
and stuff,
out to Megabus.
I would always get on the Megabus, and for some stupid reason, they would always stop at Burger King when it was time for us to get off the bus and stretch our legs. And I always starved because I don't like Burger King's food.
Shame
There's
on you,
something about it.
Megabus.
I don't like the taste. So I haven't
Shame
had
on
Burger King in like
Me either.
well over 20 years.
Shame on you,
And
Megabus, for stopping at
Megabus,
Burger King.
find somewhere else to stop.
All of that. Someone who should have stopped when it came to posting, and we're gonna make this quick because we've got limited time for Robbie's 3 times, but somebody who should have stopped. Listen, certain things should have been left in your draft. However, this is where clout chasing goes wrong, and people, if you want to be again on Beyonce and Blue Ivy's good internet, when you put things out for clout chasing, expect that people are going to respond to you accordingly. And this young lady, I don't know if she's young, but this woman learned this very easily when she put out her request for things she wanted from a man who dates her. And let's play.
Here are a list of things I expect men to pay for if we're dating. Number 1, all dates. And I don't mean dinner dates. I mean kayaking, snorkeling, going to theme parks, ziplining, etc. I expect a man to pay for all. Number 2, my nails. I get my nails done roughly once a month. That's pretty good for me, so I expect him to pay that. Number 3, my hair. I just feel like as your girl, I should just not walk around with my hair looking crazy, and you should pay for it. Number 4, gas. I just think that that's just like the masculine thing to do, is to make sure that my gas is always on full. Number 5, wax. I feel like that's pretty much self-explanatory. Like, you should just pay for my wax. Number 6, my electric bill. Chances are, if we're dating, you're probably going to spend a lot of time in my house, which is going to cause my power to go up. And so you should just pay for it. Let me know what y'all think.
Let me pause that. So you heard what she said at the end.
Oh, we
right?
heard.
Let me know what y'all think.
That's
now,
what she said.
here is
He
the
said
thing.
that.
Here is the thing. When you ask the people on Beyonce and Blue Ivy's internet to let them know what you think, guess what? They're gonna let you know what you think, especially, unfortunately, when you're a woman who shows up on Blue Ivy's internet in a bonnet, look like you wrapped yourself in carpet, and people are comparing you to the comedian George Wallace. So people let her know what they thought.
Oh, dear.
And it wasn't friendly. And
No.
so this was her response, because we're not going to spend a lot of time in this, because I think we probably, if you don't know the comedian George Wallace, please Google him, and you will learn what he looks like. This is exactly what this young woman looks like. And so she now, after people letting her know what they think, came back and wanted to send a message to everyone saying how upset she was about people letting them know. Oh my God, where is it? I had it and now it's gone. I have to find her page. If I cannot find her page, then we will not know what she thinks. But essentially, without reading it, she came on and she blamed the media outlets that took the video she wanted to go viral, because if you go on her page, she celebrates when her TikToks and so forth hit 10,000 views or whatever. So she wanted to just go viral. But she's basically blaming media outlets who made this viral for the fact that people are shaming her, and she's talking about now she's suicidal.
She's suicidal.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Here's the thing. You're a comedian, or you're saying you're a comedian. You say you want to go viral. The fastest way to go viral is to make a damn fool of yourself on the internet.
Which is what she did.
Which is what she did. And you think that she's not getting some sort of, she's getting some good out of this. The brands are going to come and say, oh, dance to this song on her TikTok to make it viral and we'll pay you. Mm-hmm. There's an actual full-on business within TikTok and making videos go viral.
Yeah.
So the idea that no one told her to go do this.
No.
She decided off her own mind, I'm going to put a bonnet on, show up on these internets with no makeup on, wrapped up in a carpet, looking crazy, asking for all these crazy demands. And I'm going to do it in one of my softest voices ever, because this isn't even her real voice. It's like she was imitating maybe like a white California girl or something. And the video goes viral. When a video goes viral, guess what? In these Beyonce Blue Ivy internets, as Toshiba loves to call it, it's free for anyone to take your content and repost it anywhere they want.
Yep.
They don't have to ask you. They don't even need to credit you. They can do whatever they want. There's no law out here protecting you. So when this sort of stuff happens to you, I'm sorry, I don't feel sorry for you. I don't.
She put it out there. So her saying now that she's suicidal, it's like, well, chick, you're the one that put this out there. No one forced you. You decided to come to show yourself in a bonnet, wrapped up in a carpet, like a hot dog. Like, come on now, girl. What is this? What did she expect was going to happen?
And then at the end, she said, let me know what you think.
So people let her know how they felt about her ridiculousness. You think Dave Chappelle cares what people think? No.
No, he can't.
Chris Rock? No. Will Smith? No. They're going to keep on shining no matter what.
That's their job.
And if she's a so-called comedian, you kind of have to take the punches and keep going along, because this is your profession, is it not? Does she not? She says she's a comedian. Okay, well, you put that out there. You said, give me your thoughts. Let me know what you think. People are showing her and telling her what they think, and it's not going to be pretty because, well, we all saw the video.
And listen, even as a woman where people would consider traditionally beautiful, I think for me to go on Beyonce's internet and talk about when a man is dating me, not cohabitation, not in a relationship,
right,
but simply dating, for me to have those demands, I think it would be ridiculous. But unfortunately for her, who is not traditionally pretty at all, to come and do that looking as least presentable as possible. She didn't even try.
She didn't even put in 1 inch of effort. Not 1 inch.
Didn't even comb her hair.
She just put a bonnet on the bonnet. She on the bonnet.
Not the bonnet.
She got on a full, bright bonnet. The helmet of salvation.
Long live Kevin Samuels. And so we're done with that part, but we are going to have time because Robbie 3 times is itching over here to have the segment. And so Robbie 3 times, you can go now.
Let's see.
Erica Mena.
Spend the time, yeah. Erica Mena, I know that one. I don't even know how I want to deal with that and make it a bigger deal than it needs to be, or just kind of let it slide with just her being ornery and unhappy and mad because low-key she misses Safari more than he misses her. And I think women get very angry at that idea that they miss a man more than he misses them, and that he's moved on and he's not even comparing. And again, I think for women, comparing your past with your current is just it's a harder thing not to do, you know. Anyways, so she's very unhappy, obviously, and looking to make him look like he's some type of villain, or he was supposed to pick them up in 30 minutes and he blew them off because the other woman called and he sped off to go pick up the prostitute. Because I think that's what a lot of women, that's what they think of in their head. They think that the new woman has Geppetto strings on him and can just blah, 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 and he's just putty in her hands and he moves however. He just wants her so bad that he's willing to do whatever she says. And he wouldn't, that again, I think that's why she's so mad again. So moving on to Burger King and their idiocy, like they should replace the crown with a dunce cap for this whole situation. Because this, like I said, humongous, if nothing else, a humongous missed opportunity, you know. In a land, again, we just had a great resignation. We have people on average spend 3 or 4 years at a job. Like for someone to have, like, again, you missed a chance to celebrate this man, to make your company look good, to make your company look like somewhere you'd want to work. You know, nobody was really asking questions like, damn, how is he still on burgers in the cash register after 27 years? But whatever, you know what I mean? I'm sure plenty of less qualified people got promotions and grew through the ranks at the company and went on to do who knows what because there wasn't at Burger King, obviously. And then in the last story, oh girl, I don't really know what. I think the time of the black man ain't nothing, that he's just trash, is kind of coming to an end a bit because, yeah, I just, you can't look like George Wallace and go on the internet talking like that. That's basically the moral to the story.
And with that, Garcia, talk to
Hey! Not Your Typical Girl Talk. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for all the support and love that you give us every Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, live here on IGTV, IG Live, whatever. Know that because of Radio Regent, syndicated through iHeartRadio, we have our replays on internet radio at 7 p.m. Eastern Time every week on Saturdays. So 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturdays, check us out on Radio Regent, syndicated through iHeartRadio. And let's move on with the rest of the show because we've got more foolishness.
Girl.
Yes, and we are going to speed through this segment because we got about 20 minutes to get through it and do Robbie 3 times. But we're just going to get through this one quickly. But you did spend too much time on Erica Minute. But here is an interesting thing about when you're taking advice. I always say, do not take advice from someone whose life you wouldn't switch yours with. Do not take advice from people who have not experienced something that you've experienced. Do not take advice from people without experience. Well, a lady, again, decided to come on Blue Ivy and Beyonce's internet to talk about something I can only assume she knows nothing about. And this is why.
Hey ladies, do you want to know the real issue that men have with child support? You chasing him, begging him, and he's upset because he has to pay. The real issue is not the child supports per se. It's the idea that they have to keep paying money to a woman that they no longer are having sex with. Because men instinctively know that they have to pay for sex one way or another one. And for them to have to keep giving money to someone that they no longer have sexual access to burns them alive. That's why they're always talking about, she's going to do this with the money, she's going to do that with the money. They don't want to keep paying for pussy they ain't getting no more.
Let me pause this. Women on TikTok says men have an issue paying child support because it's the idea of paying money to a woman they're no longer having sex with. If you were on the radio listening to this, if the thing did not say woman, I would have thought it was a guy, because this woman was by definition a stud lesbian, dressed like a man, giving advice to women about a situation her herself will likely never experience. And for those who didn't even really catch it, she was actually, she has some kind of blog or something that she's promoting, talking about, link me here for a girl. what do you know about either being a baby mama or a baby father, which I'm assuming you'll never be a baby father, and based on what we saw, she's likely never going to be a baby mama. Robert? It's over here.
Oh, this one just.
Oh man.
I'll leave it at. I'm pretty sure if you scroll through the comments, the author of the video is upset at them describing her as woman. I think on her profile, her pronouns are he, him. I mean, that's what it obviously looked like. So I guess that he felt emboldened to speak on the behalf of why men are upset about child support, because apparently the coochie was so good that they don't want to have to pay for it if they're not getting it anymore. That's one said a lot. You know, that makes sense though. I will give it. It makes sense. It's a plausible story, but no, I think men get a little have various reasons for being upset at the entire process of child support, and paternity fraud being one of them. I mean, I think men in general are more worried about like issues like paternity fraud and things like that than
Access to cooch.
access to the cooch. Like, that's why they in this boat in the first place. Access to the cooch. I think he's kind of ruled that out.
Yeah. I don't know, and maybe this is just me, but I am one of these people where if someone asks me for advice and I haven't been through it myself, I say, well, I'm coming at this at a different place than you. However, I think in my mind that whatever. The woman in this video, why isn't she talking to her community? I mean, talk to your, like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone, the great thing about being a part of a community that is full of bold and proud people is you're able to speak to them and get a lot of support. So rather than her speaking to, heterosexual relationships, why doesn't she speak to the community of LGBTQ+? Like, speak to your people. Talk to them, because they're the ones that need it. We haven't, to be honest, in the world of straight heterosexual type relationships, we have enough advice on Warranted sometimes going around. We don't really need any more. So, okay, sis, you're trying to promote a website or promote your blog, whatever. Don't speak to us, because I'm not going to listen to you. I am not. As a straight woman who goes by the pronouns of she and her, I would never look at her and say, well, yeah, I should listen to her to hear more about why men don't want to pay child support. Sis, come on.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't even, because again, we're running out of time. I don't even want to spend, because we got 2 more videos to go through. Yeah, we'll just leave it where you left it. That's not a person I'm taking advice from. A person who should have taken the late Kevin Samuels' advice, because she is going crazy once again. If 2 steps forward and a gazillion steps back was a person, this would be Brittany Renner. So this was Brittany Renner's latest meltdown. I don't even know what to call it on Beyonce's internet.
I always find so amusing when people are like, be careful with Brittany Renner. Watch out for Brittany Renner. The big bad scary golden whore. I would never want my son with a girl like her. Listen, those of you who have the strongest opinions about me genuinely want me to stick my whole tongue in your ass. You just don't know how to ask for it. Ever since I ruined my reputation, I'm free to be myself. And that's really what a lot of you hate to see, because you live a lie every single day. You're settling every single day. You're miserable every single day. And here I am, 30, flirty, and thriving. You could never be Brittany Renner, babe. But you know what I love? I love that you know this ain't that and that ain't this.
I love that she's justifying her mental breakdown. I don't know what that and this and this and that are. I was hoping she would clarify what the this and the that and the that and the this was. But clearly, Brittany Renner has yet again she's had another episode in her car. This woman needs help. I don't know what else to say, but she needs help.
Let me add for the men who are watching and who are listening. There are two places that women go when we're having mental breakdowns. And we generally cry in those places when we don't want people around. One is the car, one is in the shower. Brittany Renner, every time she does these videos where she's unbothered, right? Because that's what her followers like to say. Look at Brittany once again being unbothered. Women do not go to their cars, put up their phones, scream on Beyonce's internet to people when they are unbothered. She's having a mental breakdown. And as Rob pointed out to me, which I didn't even notice, he's like, look at her skin is even breaking out.
Because she's stressed out.
By being unbothered.
And that's what bugs me. If you're still unbothered, then why are you even talking? Shouldn't you be working, like doing something, taking care of your pick-me? You know, the child you made? Shouldn't you be taking care of the child? Or pulling in your brand deals or whatever it is that Brittany does? She should be doing that. People who are unbothered are Rihanna, Beyonce, Taylor Swift. These people are unbothered. Michelle Obama, Oprah, the four of us, we're unbothered. Because we're not out here making sure to go and tell people that we're not bothered. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't commute. I don't understand why. If you're unbothered, then why are you saying it in your car? Skin broke out, like Rob pointed out. Looks like she just bawled her eyes out. Come on, Brittany. Just go get help already. Oh.
It's in the eyes, though. See, Brittany is an excellent example of pretty privilege. Because if it was George Wallace making this video, everybody would be pissed off. You know, people would have like be kind of hot. Like, look at this ugly ass making this video with all this vitriol in it. But Brittany is attractive. Like, that's one thing you can't argue. I think unilaterally, Asian, Chinese, whatever. But look at them eyes. She's not doing well right now. And that's when you're pretty, it's like, oh, Brittany, pull it together. Like, if one step forward and 100 steps back was a person, it would be Bundle of Brittany.
Right there.
And it's just, again, you root for her. She has her moments, but then she keeps doing this stuff. And it's just like, Brittany, just shut up. And again, you're pretty enough. If you just shut up, another high-value man will come scoop you because you look pretty good on the armpits. But you prefer to shut up.
But remember, she told us after the whole Cam Newton thing that she'll never shut up.
Oh, okay. So you're going to be single, Bundle of Brittany.
Oh, Brittany.
So I don't even know what to say anymore. I don't know what to wish her. Just Brittany girl. Just Brittany girl. That's all I got is Brittany.
Yeah. Brittany girl.
Brittany
girl.
Yeah, Brittany girl. So a woman who is married and apparently she felt she was also unbothered came on Beyonce's internet. And essentially, a video of her went viral, and the response that she was getting based on this viral video, she felt the need to come out and make another video in response to that video to tell us about how unbothered. I don't even know. Let's just hear what this lovely lady had to say.
I posted a simple transition video of me and my husband going from towels to dressed up together. This is not like what all kinds of different couples do on this app. My video went viral, and I know we all know why. It's because by beauty standards, we don't make sense. The world looks at us and immediately values Scott more than me. And since we don't add up, people try to add things to my side of the equation to make it make sense by saying things like, oh, she must not have been fat when they met, or oh, she's got to be rich. Or they try to decrease his side of the equation by saying things like he must be gay or he fetishes fat women. We've been made to believe that somebody who is physically fit like Scott could never in a million years be in love with or compatible with a fat woman. And that's solely because the world has literally taught us that we have to value our worth on our bodies. A woman slid into Scott's DMs and said, you should be with somebody who looks like me. She was thin and by beauty standards, a 10 out of 10. Here's the thing though. Me telling myself for the majority of our relationship that I'm not worthy of his love because of my body is the exact same thing as this thin woman telling him that she is worthy of his because of her body. I'm undervaluing myself and she is overvaluing herself. We've both been made to believe that our value.
Scott, do me the 1 year anniversary of this video. And if these chicks keep sliding in Scott's DM, he's out of there. It is what it is. So if it is a true love story, they're an anomaly. Because, yeah, Scott usually don't pick women like you.
So I did the digging, and they have been together for quite a while. So I went to Scott's page, and I went to her page. On Scott's page, every picture of Scott is of him in the gym. He's in the gym. There was maybe one picture, and it was a picture for their wedding that was not of Scott in the gym, working out, doing the most. Here was my thing. Scott loves you so much. You love Scott so much, but you don't love Scott enough to take an interest in what Scott likes. Because if you took an interest in what Scott likes, you would be in the gym with Scott, which means that over the decade or however long the relationship has been, because I know they are celebrating their 5-year anniversary, and some of their responses was like they've been together since they were teenagers, right? So you love Scott so much, but don't even take an interest, because even if she was going to the gym with Scott once a week, baby girl, over the last 5 years of being married, you'd be that woman who could slide into someone's DMs. That's just my 2 cents.
Here's a piece of man advice real quick. A man cannot accept a woman being not competitive for him once he's been exposed to a woman who is. And that's why they should have just kept their shit private.
She should have kept it private.
But by exposing it, it's just doomed. Because she's not competing for Scott. Obviously, she's not. She feels like Scott loves me, and if he really loves me, he should just accept me as I am. And all of these hot young girls that want a man like Scott are saying, no, I'm willing to do X, Y, and Z to get you, buddy. And no man can accept, I'm going to do nothing. Once he's been exposed to, I'm going to do stuff.
I do stuff. This thing.
Here's the thing, and obviously I'm not a man, so take it with a grain of salt, but I have a problem with women that have to continuously highlight their relationship and justifying their relationship through constant reels and constant, like, I'm sorry, sis, you're the only bigger woman that has a husband that works out? Like, I'm sorry, I know she's trying to make herself look special. I think it's more of an ego thing than anything. This is ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry. Listen, this is the classic, like, and I hate to say it because I don't love to say this, but this is like the classic white lady that's looking for something to be oppressed about, and she finally found something, so now she's making continuous reels about it, like we should all care. We have couples out here where people are dating another race. We have people that are in, like homosexual relationships. They're dealing with like real stuff, like, I'm sorry, you being overweight and having a man that cares about his health at a high level, that's on you. If you are feeling a way about it, you need to change it. And you can't justify it by continuously forcing these reels down our throats.
God, yeah. You should just be thankful and lucky, basically. Like,
But I honestly, Telly, I see Telly's face.
Look,
Hold on. I see Telly's face. Telly wants to say something, girl.
No, I'm not trying to sit there. I don't want to say anything mean. You know, you gotta think about the future. I want our show to continue onward. So I'm gonna keep my personal comments to myself. But I definitely agree with what you guys are saying. If you're so secure in something, then you don't need to be parading it around like it's a prize. If she claims that her man is happy with her,
Right, and they're so good.
and they're so happy,
Stop making these stupid reels.
then continue on with your happiness. Because everyone else and anyone that was on her page that were saying, "Oh, this is the form of this is what self-love looks like." It's like, okay, well, if that's what self-love looks like to you, okay, but that's not what it looks like to me. Because we all here love ourselves, but I don't see any of us constantly online saying, "I love me, I love me. I may not be, but look at me, take me as I am," which is what Lizzo did a few months ago with her "Take Me As I Am." And everyone was like, "Nah, girl, you need help. Because if you love yourself, you don't need to be parading yourself around saying that you're good when you're clearly not." But anyway,
So,
cheers to you, girl.
You've
Cheers
got
to you.
your 3 minutes, and I'm conscious of the time because we are running out of time for the show. So we are just gonna go and do 3 minutes with Robbie 3 times, and
So
go.
where did we start with? It was, who was it?
The stud.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna spend too much time on him. Yeah, that's just ridiculousness. Like, that's the definition of pandering. He did that video to get all of the chicks that do the whole "I'm sick of men, I'm gonna date a woman now." And yeah, this was to get their rotation up, basically. That whole video was done with that intended purpose of meeting women. Very typical man move. Like, that's why men pander. That's why women say, "Yeah, they should be shaming you for being ugly." And like, because he doesn't care about you being ugly, he's trying to clap them cheeks. That's kind of how that works.
Brittany.
Brittany is like my little cousin or my little niece that I just has so much potential, but just womp womp womp. Cannot seem to get out of her own way. Like, you guys hit the nail on the head with them. 90% of her videos are done in the car when it's after she basically has pounded on the dashboard, honked the horn several times, and just screamed and cried for 5 or 6 minutes to just release everything she's experiencing. And again, my advice to Brittany, you'll probably never see this clip, but if you did, if you would learn to shut your mouth, play your position, you could find yourself back in the place that you'd really like to be, which is on the arm of a man that other people look at like, "Oh, well, that's good for her." But you will not do that with as you said, she said she's never going to shut up. And I said she's going to never get another man then, because they kind of go hand in hand. That's one thing that's obvious, man. If you have options, you're not dealing with no yak.
That's that. Okay, next one. Big lady.
Finally, it was,
The big lady.
oh yeah, Big Karen. That's basically what it is. It's Big Karen. If you merge the two struggles into one, like Garcia hit it on the head as far as she's looking for something to be oppressed about, and she found it. And now, please, Scott, stay with her, because now I've thought about the other shoe dropping is because if you leave her for some hot young San Fernando Valley girl, we're never gonna not hear from this woman again. She will blame us for it and make sure she puts her tickety-tock videos out for eternity. So, yeah.
Okay, and there's that. So, Telly.
It was the big Karen that took me
Talk
out.
to the people that Telly.
Wow.
Oh, not Big Karen. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on this week's episode of Not Your Typical Girl Talk. Huge thank you to Radio Regent for giving us this platform to talk about the foolishness that's happening on these internets, and trust and believe next week will probably have a lot worse. Hope you enjoyed today, though. Don't forget to find us on Radio Regent, syndicated through iHeartRadio. Listen to all of our past episodes under the name Not Your Typical Girl Talk. And also, we're all over the internet. Find us under the same name, Not Your Typical Girl Talk. Follow us right here on Instagram under the name Not Your Typical Girl Talk. We go live every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. We got Persia. I'm Telly. We got Queen Sheba. We got Robbie 1, 2, 3 times. Till next time, everyone. Bye. What happened to the exit music? It's not working. Okay, you know what, y'all? We're just gonna dance it out with nothing. Because
Thanks for watching.
our music isn't
everyone.
working.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.